Are you a guy who is tired of their body melting down around them, who finally wants to achieve a strong, healthy body, being lean, being fit, and being flexible without sacrificing all your family time and all your free time? Then this is for you. Now, who am I? Why do you give a shit? My name is Trevor. I have been a strength and conditioning coach for the last 14 years, and I've been doing it here in Norway. And when I came to Norway, I had $100 in my pocket, a lovely woman who was my wife, and I built a dream from there. So I've been running a personal training gym here in Norway that entire time, and I've been working online for the last 5 years to bring everything that I've learned with in-person training into the online realm. And unlike other online personal trainers, I still work hands-on with my clients in person here in Norway. So I can take all of their knowledge and expertise from that and bring it to you all over the world. Yeah, that's who I am. So let's jump into this. I want to take you through today goal setting and mindset, training and time and accountability, and why that shit matters. And why, if you're not taking those things into account, you're going to fail with your fitness again. And you'll continue failing with your fitness. And I'm very, very, very tired of you doing that, of seeing people do that, of seeing the frustrations that people are having, that men are having, because they're setting these goals and they're unable to achieve them. And it makes everything in life harder. And I do not want that for you. So I'm going to tell you how you can achieve your fitness goals within this framework. So let's jump into it. So goals. Think about it in terms of walking into the gym, if you've done it before and if you've never done it before. You kind of walk in, you don't have a plan, you don't know what you're doing, and you don't really know why you're doing it. Kind of like, I'd like to lose a little bit of my gut, and I'd like to build my chest a little bit and kind of tighten things up, and I don't want to get too big. You go into the gym, and you start working on the equipment, and you work your ass off. And then the next couple of days, you're recovering, and then you might go in and you do it again, and then a couple more days, you got to recover and recover and recover. And then you kind of go in again and again, and you don't really know what to do or why you're doing it. You're not really seeing any results after a couple of weeks, but you feel like dog shit the entire time. You're not clear on what you want to achieve. And if you're not clear on what you want to achieve, then there's no way to set up a plan for achieving it. If you don't have a plan for achieving it, you can't execute with accountability and with precision. And if you can't do that, we fail yet again. In all things, but in fitness, very specifically. So I got my notes in front of me here. So my eyes looking up, they're looking at notes because I get very excited when I'm talking to people about this. Very excited. I'm a huge nerd. So our goals need to be narrow and specific. Our fitness goal setter walks you through that within our strength and conditioning system. But what we're looking at is what is achievable, but still challenging. Because you have to push your body in small increments to achieve results. What works with your life, your needs, your wants, your desires, your time frames, your travel, all of these considerations. No plan is the same. I've written thousands, oh my God, many, many thousands of training plans for people, and not two of them have been similar in that entire time, because I never, ever copy training plans and give them to people, ever. I always make it fit for their needs, wants, desires, and life considerations. So goal setting helps you move forward. That helps you with your mindset. Because if you know your goals, then you can say, ooh, I'm going to make this decision. I'm going to make this decision in alignment with my goals. So there's no more all or nothing. And without all or nothing, we can move away from failure and we can move towards success. Because we want to help you get the right start, set the right expectations, and then build the right plan that fits your life and your goals. So everything is in alignment towards an end result for you. Then we go over to training and time. So one of the biggest things I hear is, ooh, I don't have time for that. Ooh, I don't have time for that. Ooh, I can't do that. I'd like to be fitter. I would like to be more present for my family. I would love to get on the ground and play with my kids and run around the yard. I would love to be fit and confident and have more focus in my day-to-day life. I would love to free up tens of hours in a month for me and my family by having more energy and more focus. But Oh, I don't have free time for that. Yes, you do. You have 2 to 3 hours a week. We all have 2 to 3 hours a week, even busy parents. Remember, I have 3 kids. I have 2 businesses. I work in between 2 countries. I can make free time, but I'm not you. And my free time is not your free time. So what we need to do is establish what you can and can't do. You're a busy man. You have a career. You have a family. Maybe you're starting one. Maybe you have one. Maybe you don't want a family and you're living on your own. You still want to make all this work for you. Your free time is still a precious commodity. And now the fitness industry as a whole is pretty, you've been around a little bit if you've found one of my videos here. It's terrible. So they either want you doing 2 to 3 hour workouts for bodybuilding, or the same thing for powerlifting, or they're saying, oh, you can do this 20-minute HIIT workout and this 10-minute ab challenge and your entire life will change. There's no real middle ground in there. And without that no middle ground, well, your training and time won't be in alignment. You'll spend a bunch of time doing the wrong thing or a small amount of time doing the wrong thing, and you'll still achieve no results. So instead of working within what the fitness industry wants, we work within what works. So you need a plan that's built for your goals, your current work capacity, your current workout ability, and any injuries or problems that you may have. You don't want to be doing a bunch of really heavy stuff for your chest and shoulder if you've got a broken shoulder or a messed up shoulder. We fix that as we go. So a good plan that gets you time needs to be less than an hour, start to finish, and built for your goals. The strength and conditioning system is built for that. So it means no more confusion, starting and stopping, or unclear plans of action. With the right training plan built for your time, all you need to do is go in and execute the work and leave. It's amazing. It's life-changing. Oh, this means you get to enjoy more of your time because you're stronger, you're fitter, you're more confident, and you have more work capacity for your daily life. You have more focus, and you're exhausted less. And if you're exhausted less, then you spend less time sitting on the couch, being exhausted, messing around on social media, and walking through life in a sort of daze. A lot of that goes away once you become stronger and fitter. It's a huge host of physiological reasons that go into that you've probably heard. You know all this stuff is good for you. The problem is implementing it. So you can have all that extra free time, and you can save that time, and time ceases to be a factor. It's no longer, oh shit, I don't have time for that. It's, holy crap, I feel good. I feel great. I can move well. I can do all this stuff. I'm more present with my family. I'm more present with my wife. I'm more present with my partner. I'm more present, with my husband, whatever it is, whoever you're with, whatever you're doing. You get to be there more. It's amazing. It's incredible. And it saves marriages, and it saves lives, and it makes you feel great when all of a sudden you have an extra 10 to 20 hours a week because you're not exhausted anymore and you feel good. Also, nice aside, being more present, having more focus at work gets you noticed. I've had a lot of guys get promotions after they start training correctly because they feel good, they move well, they're more confident, they're more present, they own the room more. They can do more work in a shorter amount of time and less exhaustion and less stress. It's pretty impressive stuff. Then you also get energy, more time for those big, cool projects. So let me just run down a list of things that my clients, my male clients, have done once they got fitter, healthier, stronger, more flexible. They built houses, they built camps, redone basements. A couple of them have written books and are selling them. I've been told it's helped save marriages because it's given the capacity to work with their partners. They spent 10 to 20 hours more time a week playing with their kids, moving around, not being exhausted, not coming home and saying, oh man, I'm sorry, buds. I'm too tired. I'm too tired. They don't say that anymore because they're not too tired. Couple, they've mastered martial arts. They've started playing music again. Some have gotten big promotions. All because working out properly has given them energy, focus in weeks worth of free time over a month span. It's powerful when we move from, I don't have time for that, to this is giving me all this free time. The strength and conditioning system is giving me all this free time. More free time than suddenly you know what to do with. And you can start being your own man. Makes me excited, gives me chills. And it's why I've been in this industry for 14 years. An industry where most personal trainers, 90% of personal trainers leave after the first year. I've been here 14 years. I love it. And I love the transformations that I help people achieve. Now, point number 3, accountability. This is a big one, and it's near and dear to my heart. Because I thought I was beyond this at points in life. I didn't need accountability. I knew everything. I could do everything. I could do it all on my own. You know, I'm a bootstrapper. I'm a self-starter. I can, oh my God, I destroyed myself. And I've heard this from men over and over and over. They think they need to achieve everything on their own. And so they live in this vacuum of pain. They're not accountable to anybody else. They're not even accountable to themselves. They're just exhausted. So you don't need to do that. So doing it on your own, to ask ourselves this question. I ask myself this question routinely. Is doing it on our own working so far with your fitness? Are you where you want to be? Have you achieved your fitness goals? Or are you sitting there feeling like, holy shit, like everything hurts. My back hurts. My shoulders hurt. My neck is in pain. I get this weird clicking every time I do this. When I get up in the morning, my back sometimes goes, huh! I go down to pick up my kids or pick up something on the ground, and I walk away from that. I stop doing activities. Like someone's, oh, do you want to go do this? Like, no, I got something else to do. You don't have anything to do. Everything just hurts. So, does that sound a little bit familiar? Accountability to somebody else, to a system, to a process, to something that enables you to get a plan of action that's built for you, your needs, wants, desires, and goals. And all you have to do is execute. That's all you got to do. Now, you're accountable to someone else. That accountability goes 2 ways. I'm accountable to you. I have to make all this work for you. You have to do the work. I have to make it work. And all this capacity that you've given towards why? How do I do this? How do I achieve this? How do I take my limited amount of free time, currently limited amount of free time, and make that work for me? Instead of, oh shit, it didn't work again. It didn't work again. I'll try again in a couple of months. I'll try again in a couple of months. And it just gets harder and harder and harder. And the barriers get higher and higher and higher for starting and continuing. So doing things alone sucks. And I thought I could build a business alone. It didn't work out. I spent multiple years training people fantastically, but business-wise, I was failing. Same thing with my marriage. We got in some bad communication, and I had some mental health stuff that was getting in the way, and I was a big part of the problem. And then the same thing with my fitness. I thought I could write all my fitness programs for myself because I was doing it for hundreds of people. Why couldn't I write my own? I know how to do this. I know exactly how to do it. Failing and grinding my gears. And I talk to men all the time, grinding their gears, working hard. Oh, they're working hard, but they are not succeeding. They're not going anywhere. And they're starting to feel depressed, and they're questioning themselves. And they're wondering what is wrong with them. What is wrong with you because you can't move this way? There's nothing wrong with you. We've been conditioned to not ask for help. And when we ask for help, that burden gets taken off. And man, sometimes it can become so overwhelming, you just want to weep. And you know what? I recommend it. I recommend a little bit of a good bro cry. So if you think you have to got to bear the burden of the world on your shoulders, it'll break you over and over and over again. And I've experienced this, and I've helped a lot of men that have been experiencing this. And with the fitness, that gives you capacity for everything else. Your body is your only vehicle. And if it's broken all the time, if it hurts all the time, then all that energy, effort, mentality that goes into just getting through the day is taken from everything else. And if you're only accountable to yourself, constantly taking and taking and taking. But if you become accountable to somebody else, to something that works, to a system that works, then You're no longer taking from yourself, you're giving back. And you can grow and you can heal and you become better. So that is amazing. When I personally pushed the responsibility of accountability to other people to a business coach, I hired one of my own coaches that I have in my in-person gym to do my personal fitness programming. And I 10x'd, then 100x'd my results across the board. Because suddenly all I had to do was do the work. I could free up time and do the work. I didn't have all the time for all the planning and everything around it. And when I was accountable to myself for my fitness plan, then I know what to do, so I could sort of cut corners. No, I couldn't do that anymore. Couldn't cut corners. I had to do the work. It fit me. I knew it fit me. I knew it worked for my life, where I was at that moment, and that it was going to adapt itself over time to how I evolved. It gave me freedom. It gives my clients freedom. Suddenly, you have capacity for all the things you want to do because someone else is helping you along the way. There's a trainer in your back pocket who you can ask questions to at any time. And those questions are going to be answered with good answers made for you. Oh, I treat all my clients with respect, with care, and with consideration. I make workout plans that fit their lives and needs. I consider all aspects of their lives in setting up a system. But I don't accept bullshit and dog shit excuses. I help people overcome those things, but I won't accept them. And that means you can be accountable to me, and you can start growing to become accountable to your goals. Oh, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So in the system, the buck stops with me, and all you have to do is work. And all you have to do is work. You already know how to do that. You're good at that. And then all that work leads to a tremendous amount of free time and capacity. The weight comes off your shoulders. You look good. You feel good. You move well. Life is good. And it gives you freedom, capacity, and motivation to get shit done. And the freedom of purpose from getting help is really the key to success. So I've worked with thousands of men over the last 14, 15 years. And, well, it's really a little bit longer, but I wasn't certified in the beginning. And I help them get stronger, leaner, fitter, and healthy for the rest of their lives. So I firmly know that it's true. Accountability gives us freedom and capacity. So if you want help to get your goals on track, get a plan that guarantees success, if you execute the work, and the accountability to stay on track, then the next thing you need to do is just book a body transformation session with me. We're going to put together a custom plan for you and answer your questions and take you through the system and help you understand you don't have to do this alone. You can succeed, and if you put your energy and effort into the right system, the right program, and make the right actions, you have no choice but to succeed. That's pretty awesome. Now, who is this not for? This is important. This is not for people who refuse to invest in themselves. It is not for men who refuse to be coached, and it is certainly not for men who refuse to do the work to help themselves and gain fitness and freedom in their lives. I will not work with people who will not put in the work and not be a part of the process, and who refused to lift themselves up. I will work with any man at any starting point who knows he really wants to finally succeed with his fitness, get a ton of free time back into your life, and who wants to enjoy using their body to live their life to the absolute fullest. If that sounds like you, this is for you. Book down below, and I'll see you soon.